Once upon a time, there lived an innocent young man named Sonu. His mother, Paru, was selling vegetables, and this was their livelihood. Sonu was not taking any care of his mother and was roaming here and there. So many times his mother asked to help her in selling vegetables. But he did not listen to his mother and was wandering all over the village. Once, seeing her son not responding to her, she angrily said to her son Sonu to leave the home till he earned some money and brought it to her. Till then, she said not to stay in that home at any cost. Sonu left his home and was thinking the ways to earn some money. By thinking deeply while walking, he entered the forest which was near to his village. Then, after some time, when he was walking, he encountered a sage in his way. Sonu saw the sage and then he prostrated before him. The sage then saw Sonu and with his intuitive power knew the story of Sonu. Then the sage asked Sonu, "My son, why did you come to this dense forest where wild animals stay? I know that your mother scolded you, sent you outside to earn some money." Then Sonu wondered how the sage knew his story. Then he said to the sage like this, "O great ones, how do you know the reason for my coming to this forest, and how do you know my story?" Then the sage answered like this, "My dear son, I know everything, whatever happens, with my intuitive power. But see, your mother sent you outside, but now she is crying for you, and she is waiting for your return. You go to your home." Then Sonu said to sage like this, "No, great ones, I cannot go to my home till I earn some money somehow." By listening to Sonu's answer, the sage thought for a while and saw him compassionately, and then he said, "My son, I will give you a boon. Without giving something to you, I am not willing to go away leaving you alone. Listen to me carefully. Whatever you say, that will happen, and this is my boon. But it works only for one time. I will also give you some gold coins so that you can go to your home." By saying so, the sage gives some gold coins to Sonu and he then moves on. Sonu takes the gold coins and he walks towards his home. On the way, it starts to rain. Then Sonu gets agitated with the rain and says to himself like this, "This rain is not at all stopping. It is very uncomfortable to me." Then he remembers suddenly the boon given by the sage to him. He speaks like this to himself, "Rains should not be there in whichever country I stay." The boon given by the sage works and the rain stops. Sonu becomes very happy as the rain stops and he goes to his home. After returning to home, he shows the gold coins to his mother and says like this to his mother, "My dear mother, when I was going in the forest, a sage appeared to me and he gave me a boon that whatever I say, that will happen. Then while coming it was raining. Mom, you know, I stopped the rain by the boon given to me by that sage." After listening to this, Sonu's mother says to him with so much of tension like this, "You senseless fellow, do you know what happens if there will be no rains? Drought will come and the whole country must starve without any food. Get out of my sight." By scolding so, Sonu's mother goes to her work in the kitchen. Because of this boon, there will be no rains all over the year in their country. The king somehow manages that one year, but in the next rainy season also there were no rains. The king becomes very much worried because of the drought that occurred in the next year, as there were no rains in their country. Sonu's mother, after seeing the situation, believes that the boon given by the sage is becoming real. She then immediately goes to the king's court along with her son Sonu, and she speaks like this, "Your Majesty, if you say that you will not punish my son, I will tell you an important thing." The king says, "Okay, I will not punish your son. Tell me what you want to tell." Then Sonu's mother says to the king the whole story, and also she tells about the boon given by the sage to her son. And she speaks to the king like this: This boon given to my son is the main reason why there are no rains in our country. But Sonu is very innocent. Please, Your Majesty, please don't punish my son. By saying so, Sonu and his mother takes leave from the king and they will go away. The king then calls his minister and expresses his feeling to that minister like this: What should I do now? I said to Sonu's mother that I will not punish him, but if he is alive, there will be no rains in our country and all the citizens will die of starvation because of this drought. I am not understanding anything. Please, minister, tell me a way to save my people. Then the minister thinks for a while and answers to the king like this: If this Sonu is alive, you can become an emperor. Then the king says, How can I become an emperor if this Sonu is alive? What is there in your mind, minister? Please tell me about that. Then the minister says like this: Your Majesty, the boon given by the sage is that wherever Sonu stays, there will be no rains in that country. So, what if we take Sonu to our enemy countries? All our enemy countries will not have any rains because of Sonu, and then it becomes easy for us to defeat our enemy country, which will be immersed in the drought already. Then the king orders the minister to send Sonu to their enemy country. The plan works out fantastically and successfully. The king then invades their enemy countries and wins the battle. So the king becomes an emperor. The king then respects the minister with so many jewelry and gold coins. But here another problem arises. Because the whole countries are under the king now, even if Sonu stays anywhere in any country, certainly there will be no rains in all the countries, and the whole kingdom collapses because of the drought. The king calls his minister and expresses his problem. Then the minister says, Your Majesty, I have a plan already for this problem. We will give a village as a country to Sonu, and we will make him the king of that country. We will supply all the rice and wheat bags to that country so that the country will not get under the clutches of the drought, and everyone will be happy. The king then orders the minister to do so. From those days onwards, every citizen in every country were very happy, and they started living joyously and peacefully under the rulership of this emperor.